In the rugged terrains of ancient Lusitania, now modern-day Portugal, a hero rose from obscurity to become a symbol of resistance against the formidable Roman Republic. His name was Viriato, a shepherd, a warrior, and an undying emblem of defiance. Imagine the audacity of a single man rallying his people to stand against the most powerful empire of the ancient world. This is not just a tale of battle, it's a saga that weaves together the threads of courage, strategy, and unbreakable will. Viriato's life is a testament to the power of grassroots leadership and the enduring spirit of freedom. From his mysterious beginnings to his tragic end, each phase of his life offers insight into how one person's resolve can ignite the flames of resistance in an entire nation. Let's dive into the life of Viriato, exploring his strategies, his battles, and the legacy that continues to inspire even today. In the shadow of ancient empires, Lusitania thrived with a rich tapestry of cultures and fierce independence. Born into this vibrant world, Viriato's early life remains shrouded in mystery. Yet it is clear that the rolling hills and the harsh landscapes shaped his resilient spirit. Raised as a shepherd, he learned the ways of the land, which later became his tactical advantage. His upbringing was modest, but the turmoil of his times called for leaders who were not just born, but made. As Rome extended its reach into the Iberian Peninsula, the seeds of resistance in young Viriato began to sprout. Events such as witnessing the brutal treatment of his people by Roman legates would forge his resolve to fight. These formative years were crucial. They did not just shape a warrior, but a leader who understood his people's pains and aspirations. This understanding would soon beckon him to a greater role within his community. The call to leadership came unexpectedly to Viriato. Initially just one among many resisting the Roman incursions, his exceptional strategic mind and charisma soon elevated him. Leadership in Lusitania was not inherited, but earned, and Viriato's feats quickly spread by word of mouth across the tribes. Facing the might of Rome, he knew that conventional tactics would spell disaster. Thus, he adapted, focusing on guerrilla warfare, which leveraged the terrain and element of surprise. His first major victory against the Romans, where he cleverly ambushed a superior force, sealed his reputation. Viriato's leadership was not solely about warfare. It was about instilling hope and unity. His ability to inspire his people and forge alliances among diverse tribes was pivotal. He was not just a commander, but a beacon of resistance. Viriato's approach to combat was revolutionary. Eschewing the traditional formations of phalanxes or legions, he employed swift hit-and-run tactics that bewildered the Roman forces accustomed to structured engagements. His intimate knowledge of the local geography allowed him to execute ambushes that minimized his casualties while maximizing chaos among enemy ranks. One notable campaign involved luring a Roman force into a narrow pass where they were easily isolated and defeated. Each victory served not only as a tactical success, but also as a psychological blow to the Romans, who viewed themselves as invincible. His warfare tactics profoundly influenced military strategies, demonstrating that a smaller, agile force could challenge a larger, well-equipped army. The struggle between Viriato and Rome was characterized by more than just battlefield clashes. It was a fight for the heart and soul of Lusitania. Rome saw Lusitania as a mere province to be governed, but for Viriato, it was his homeland deserving of freedom. Key battles like the Siege of Tribola and the Battle of Carpetania highlighted Viriato's tactical genius and the fierce resistance of the Lusitanians. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Viriato's forces managed to inflict significant losses on the Romans, forcing them to negotiate. The conflict endured because Rome underestimated the resolve of Viriato and his people. Each Roman defeat at the hands of a barbarian was a stark reminder of the limits of their empire. Centuries have passed, yet Viriato's name remains emblematic of resistance and heroism in Portuguese culture. Monuments, poems, and songs celebrate his deeds, ensuring his story inspires future generations. In schools, his life is studied not just as history, but as a lesson in courage and the fight for justice. Furthermore, his impact extends beyond borders. Viriato is a universal symbol of the struggle against oppression. His strategies and leadership continue to be relevant in discussions about asymmetrical warfare and resistance movements worldwide. Viriato's legacy is a beacon that lights the way for those who fight against overwhelming odds, proving that the spirit of one can indeed move the many. Viriato was more than a mere warrior. He was a visionary who saw beyond the immediate conflict to what his homeland could become, free and self-determining. His story is a powerful narrative about leadership, strategy, and resistance that remains relevant in our own times. As we reflect on his life and deeds, let this be more than a historical recount. Let it be a call to remember the power of determined leadership and the enduring spirit of freedom. Dive deeper into the saga of Viriato, explore his strategies, and maybe find a bit of his undying spirit in ourselves. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the life of one of history's great leaders. May his legacy inspire you to learn more and perhaps to stand a little taller in the face of adversity.